Hello and welcome to this Enumerator training for digital data collection. In this session, we'll cover everything you need to know to carry out household surveys, key informant interviews and focus group discussions safely, ethically and efficiently. By the end, you will know how to use your device, interact respectively with respondents, and collect data that meets high professional standards. In this training, you will gain essential skills for your role as an enumerator. You will learn both the technical and human sides of interviewing, how to use your digital form correctly, but also how to listen, respect, and communicate effectively. Remember that data collection isn't just about technology, it's about trust, consistency, and care. Every tool serves a different purpose. Surveys capture measurable data, like household composition or access to services. Key informant interviews, or in short KIIs, explore expert perspectives from community leaders, teachers, or health workers. FGDs, focus group discussions, capture group opinions and help us understand community priorities. Observations help confirm what we see in the field, for example, water points, roads, or market conditions. Using all these tools together gives us a complete understanding of the situation. KoBoCollect and Enketo are both designed for secure, efficient, and user-friendly digital data collection. If you're using an Android phone, you will work with KoBoCollect app, which stores data even when offline. If you are using a browser, for example, on an iPhone, tablet, or computer, you will use Enketo, which looks fairly the same but runs in your browser. Once your form is complete, save it, and when you have an internet connection, submit it to the server. Always check that the submission says sent successfully before closing the app. As an enumerator, you represent your organization and the entire data collection team. Be polite, respectful, and patient. Always start with informed consent. That means clearly explaining what the interview is about, how the data will be used, and that participation is voluntary. Stay neutral. Avoid giving your opinion or showing agreement. Your role is to collect information, not to judge or advise. Before submitting, review your answers. Make sure that there are no missing fields or typing errors. Be mindful about your body language. Try to keep it as neutral as possible. Ethical behavior builds trust and protects everyone involved. Always make sure respondents understand that they can refuse or stop at any time. Respect cultural norms. For example, male enumerators may need to interview men, and female enumerators may speak with women, depending on the community. Never collect names, phone numbers, or other identified details that are not in the form or unless your supervisor specifically instructs you to. And if someone shares a sensitive issue, like violence or abuse, don't investigate it yourself. Calmly thank them and report it to your supervisor so the appropriate person can follow up. During surveys, consistency is key. Ask every question exactly as it appears on your device. Don't change the wording or add your own examples. Speak clearly and maintain a neutral tone. Never guess or assume an answer. If you're not sure, ask the question again, gently. Before closing the form, check that all questions are complete. Finally, thank the respondent sincerely for their time. People's cooperation is a sign of trust. Key informant interviews are detailed conversations with people who understand community dynamics, such as local leaders, health workers, or traders. A semi-structured interview means you have guiding questions, but the conversation can flow naturally. Encourage people to explain their answers and give examples. Example, if someone says, "Water is a big problem," you can ask, "Could you describe why?" That helps to understand the type of problem they're facing. It may be related to access or the quality. Always stay neutral. Avoid agreeing or disagreeing with their statements. And thank them for the insights. Their experience is valuable. Focus group discussions, FGDs, explore collective perspectives. They help us understand how different groups, for example, women, men, or youth, see challenges and solutions differently. The facilitator guides the discussion, while the note-taker records the key points and quotes. The facilitator's role is to keep the conversation balanced, ensuring everyone gets the chance to speak. At the end, always summarize what you heard and ask, "Did I understand correctly?" This helps confirm that the notes are accurate. Selecting participants correctly is essential for accurate results. For surveys, households are usually chosen through a random process. This ensures that every household has a fair chance of being included. If possible, though, prioritize marginalized groups and vulnerable categories such as women or youth. For key informant interviews, we focus on people with insights about the topic, not just anyone. For focus group discussions, we form small, comfortable groups where participants can speak freely, often separated by gender, age, or social role. Always ensure diversity. Include voices of women, men, youth, elderly, and people with disabilities. The random walk method is a simple way to select households fairly when no list of addresses exists. Here's how it works. You start at a central visible point in the community, like a market or a mosque. Spin a pen or bottle to pick a direction. Then walk in that direction, interviewing every few households, for example, every third house. If a house is empty or people are away, move to the next one. When you finish that path, go back to the center, pick another direction, and repeat until you've reached your target numbers of households for that specific site or village. This approach spreads the interviews evenly and helps avoid bias, so you're not only interview people near the main road, for example. Data quality depends on attention to detail. Before saving your form, scroll through to make sure that everything required is answered. Check the GPS coordinates were captured correctly. If the GPS is missing, reopen the form before submission. If the form includes photo questions, ensure the pictures are clear and relevant. Upload data every day if possible. This allows supervisors to check progress early and provide feedback before mistakes multiply. Here are a few common problems and how to solve them. If your form doesn't appear, check that you've refreshed KoBoCollect and that your supervisor has shared it with your account. If GPS isn't working, step outside and give it a few seconds to connect. If the app crashes or freezes, simply restart your device. Your forms are saved automatically. If a submission fails, reconnect to Wi-Fi or mobile data, then resend manually. If your phone or tablet is lost or damaged, inform your supervisor right away. Data security is a priority. Strong communication keeps the team running smoothly. Send a short daily update. Even something simple as 10 interviews completed, all uploaded, helps us coordinating and monitoring the progress. If you face delays or any kind of issue, technical, transport, or security, inform your supervisor immediately. Remember, early communication prevents bigger problems later. Your safety always comes first. Before heading to a new area, check with your supervisor that it's safe to enter. Avoid isolated areas or staying out after dark. Always keep your phone recharged, your GPS on, and someone informed of your location. If anything unusual happens, from roadblocks to harassment, stop work and contact your team immediately. No data is worth taking unnecessary risks. To summarize, you are the link between communities and the organizations trying to serve them. When you collect data carefully, ethically, and consistently, your work directly supports better decisions and stronger humanitarian and development actions. Thank you for your dedication and professionalism. Thank you for following this training. And if you have any questions or need technical help, please reach out using the contact details on screen. We appreciate your commitment to quality and ethical data collection.